Okay, so since I didn't cover Evolve in the last 2 weeks, I promised that I would make a double review of Evolve this week, and that is what I'm doing. Now, it's going to be a bit different. I'm not going to cover the shows chronologically or by what happened individually. I'm going to go over the major stuff, what interests me, all that, because I just want to talk about Evolve. I don't want to be too serious and too forward. So let's begin with the women's division, because that was the whole focus of the last few episodes of Evolve. So last week we had 4 new women debuting, and the winner was going to go on against this week's Women's Championship Eliminator Match. So the women who debuted were Gianna Capri, Sloane Jacobs, Veronica Haven, and Anya Ruin. And if you watch the PUWF podcast, you probably realize that Anya Ruin is my favorite amongst this bunch. I think she has the most interesting gimmick, she has the most fun vibe, and she just doesn't take herself too seriously, I think, and that's what I'm looking for. She seems like the instant hit out of the group. As for everybody else, Gianna Capri seems to have a really cool gimmick. She seems like she's gonna have like a mobster type gimmick, or not really. She's Italian. I don't know why I'm saying mobster. NXT's kind of ruined my view of Italians. You also have Sloane Jacobs, who's the former Notorious Mimi. I think they shouldn't have changed her name. Her previous name seemed pretty good to me. But hey, what do I know? I'm not a booker. Maybe I'm just stupid. And then Veronica Haven, who did nothing this match, or even here, even in her introduction, she thanked everybody without putting herself over. So she was kind of the most boring. Not saying I don't think she's gonna do anything. I just need to see more of her. Now they had a match against each other, and Sloane Jacobs won this match. So she is in the Eliminator match, which we're going to talk about right now. This was a massive 8-women eliminator match where every few minutes, I can't remember the exact time, a new woman would enter the match. So this match involved Laynie Luck, Sloane Jacobs, Wendy Choo, Nikkita Lyons, PJ Vasa, Tyra Mae Steele, Kelly Armstrong, and the surprise appearance of Karmen Petrovic. Yeah, she's back in Evolve. Again, I don't hate her. I'm hating her respectfully, unlike what I do with Brooks Jensen, where I'm hating him disrespectfully. I don't hate Karmen Petrovic. I just don't think she was the right decision for this match. I feel like it was kind of a letdown because I was expecting a big surprise, maybe a new debut, maybe another woman, maybe a major star from Evolve, because they were hyping this last spot up pretty much, only for it to be Karmen Petrovic, man. Now, all in all, the match itself was fantastic. It was great. Everybody really went out there. Everybody put on a great performance, had a standout moment, but we ended it with Wendy Choo and Nikkita Lyons. And man, I was sad because Nikkita Lyons was dominating this last stretch of the match, and I really was thinking she was going to win this, because you guys know she was my pick to win this match. Unfortunately, she does not. She does not win. Wendy Choo is your new Evolve Women's Champion, and I'm very happy for her. I would have liked Nikkita Lyons to win, but I have no qualms about Wendy Choo being your new Women's Champion. I think it's a great result. She's worked her ass off on Evolve. She's gone through the biggest character change. She is the definitive babyface of the Evolve Women's Division, and I'm very happy for her. I think she's gonna have a great reign, and like I said on the PUWF podcast, I think she has so many routes to go. There's so many unique challengers, so many different people she could face, and for once, I feel like anybody could realistically take that belt off of her. Because like when we had Kendall Gray, I didn't realistically think Karmen Petrovic is going to take the belt off her, and Nikkita Lyons was going to take the belt off her. But with Wendy Choo, I can see anybody taking that belt off her. I can see a world where Laynie Luck wins that belt from her. And again, this isn't a bad thing. This isn't saying Wendy Choo is good or Wendy Choo is weak. My bad. This is me saying that Wendy Choo or the women's division is so strong that nobody seems above everybody else, and the whole division as a whole seems like anyone could be champion. And that's what makes it exciting for me. But let's get into everything else that happened in last week. So last week's main event was Aaron Rourke defending the championship against Chaz Starboy Hall. This was a very indie style match, but it was great. It was also Aaron Rourke's first title defense. Like I said, match was fantastic. I love how both men put out. Both men feel like they're going to be the baby faces of the future. Starboy might have just arrived, but he's already super over and such a standout, man. After the match, backstage, Cam Hendricks and Harley Wiggins were kind of mocking him. They also had a confrontation with him earlier in the night, but Aaron Rourke stood his ground. And then Harlem Lewis walks up to the two backstage, and he also has some issues with Aaron Rourke. Fast forward to this week, Aaron Rourke opens the show, and he has a confrontation with Harlem Lewis. They finally get face to face. Harlem Lewis is still upset about Aaron Rourke ducking him, since Harlem Lewis has technically been the number one contender since goddamn December. Like I said to all my friends who watch it, I hope Harlem Lewis never gets a one-on-one shot. Not because I'm mean, just because it will be such a fun running gag. And my wishes do come true tonight, because Braxton Cole decides he wants to get involved, and Aaron Rourke instantly gives him a shot. Poor Harlem Lewis, man. Yeah, I feel so bad mocking him, but how do you not? Anyway, Braxton Cole gets his championship shot. So next week, we are getting a triple threat match. Oh no, 2 weeks. My bad. In 2 weeks. Next week or 2 weeks? I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly. Either way, we are getting a triple threat match for that championship. And I do hope Harlem Lewis is not involved in the final result at all. I hope Aaron Rourke pins Braxton Cole and Harlem Lewis doesn't have a decision in it whatsoever. We also have Tristan Angels versus Romeo Moreno. Two new guys, two new idea guys who went against each other. And like I said last week, these two are some of my favorite men's debuting guys. Besides Starboy Hall, the other two guys I did not really like. We're going to talk about them in a bit too, but I did not really like them. I like both of these guys, especially Tristan Angels. He also gets a promo package. A lot of sheep related to his characters. He's also apparently Mr. England, like legitimately Mr. England. So I think I have a lot of hope in him too. As for Romeo Moreno, he seems like a very good babyface. I am excited to see more of him. Him and Trill London seem like two guys I'm really going to like, but are never going to get pushed. So like that's the coach curse, man. Dorian Van Dukes also has another match. This guy is being pushed to the moon. He's been appearing on NXT, AAA. I'm pretty sure he's going to be on NXT soon. I don't think he's long for Evolve. But he squashes Cyrus, or if you want to call him Kai Kavari, he squashed him with a shooting star press. Didn't expect to see him hit that, but I'm very happy for him. Like I said, I don't think he's long for Evolve, so I'm not going to get too invested in him. But I really like the guy. He feels like a... Now, I'm not going to say a rip-off Harlem Lewis, but the two of them seem like they can be long lost brothers. Maybe they should do something with that. And then let's end the show with Mike Cunningham. He's no longer Mike Cunningham. So last week, It's Gal formed a new team with Jakari Ball or Hall. Jakari Ball. Hall. Ooh, I don't remember, man. Too many name changes. Calm down, Evolve. And Santi Rivera. It's Gal forms his new group, and they tease Lindsay Dorado and Mike Cunningham and set up a match for this week. And it's no longer Mike Cunningham. It is now Max Abrams. What a shitty ass name. I'm not gonna call him Max Abrams. Eventually I will, right? I will get used to it eventually, but for just know I'm gonna keep calling him Mike Cunningham for a while. Too many name changes, Evolve. Well, tonight they lose against Jakari Ball and Santi Rivera after Mike Cunningham tries to tag in Lindsay Dorado, but he's simply too strong, and Lindsay Dorado accidentally falls down during the tag, and the referee says that Mike Cunningham never tagged in. So it's a whole screw up which allows the bad guys to win. Poor Mike Cunningham, man. He was just trying his best. He was just trying to tag in Lindsay Dorado. Lindsay Dorado is a cat. He doesn't have any strength. He's just like a poor little guy who just falls around. He fell and he lost the match for Mike Cunningham. So don't blame Mike Cunningham. He did his best. He tried his best to be a good teammate, and you know, this Lindsay Dorado messed it up for them. But I'm excited for this new faction of It's Gal. I'm not bought into Santi Rivera and Jakari Ball yet, but I do like It's Gal, and maybe they can do something interesting here with him. I hope we get to see more of this team, get to buy into them. I'm just not sold yet. I'm sold on It's Gal. I'm not sold on everybody else yet. But that was Evolve for you for the last 2 weeks. I'm not going to give it a rating tonight because it is a special thing. I'm just going to give it an A. You know, I'm going to do something different. Going to give both episodes an A because I'm kind of reviewing it like it's a 2-hour show, which, you know, in some way it was for me at least. So yeah, I'm going to give it an overall A. We'll get back to the usual 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10 ratings for the next few weeks again, because I'm going to cover it every weekend. I'm not going to miss a week. But for this special episode, you know, I'm just going to give it an A. So if you like this review, I cover NXT, TNA, Evolve, and AAA every single week along with their pay-per-views. I also have a podcast with PWF every Thursday where we talk about Evolve for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. You should really tune in. Lots of content for you to watch. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things, and I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye, everyone.